Hey guys, Vol here. This is part 6 in the Deathless Legendary CE walkthrough. This is 343 Guilty Spark, and this will be the first mission where we meet the Flood, which can be pretty challenging, but this introductory mission isn't really too bad. You can ignore all the supplies for the most part because it doesn't really have anything that will be super useful to us at the moment. Get a plasma pistol as soon as you can. That enemy just struck one down, so we're just kind of kicking our way through here. And I also like using my plasma pistol quite a bit to stun and kill enemies, just because a lot of this first part of the mission is kind of scarce on pistol ammo, so keep that in mind. I do like using plasma pistol and headshot combo for the jackals. Refresh your plasma. Don't bother shooting at that guy because he's just gonna leave. You'll never see him again. You can nade these enemies as they come out the door. Just be kind of careful that they don't stop running and start killing you. I generally like prioritizing the jackals while they're running, but once you start getting shot at, the target priority is going to switch to the grunts. And use this hill as cover, because if you walk over, there could be some enemies that you won't see that'll kill you. Noob combo for the jackals. Pressure plasma, and we're just gonna walk through this door. There'll be an elevator here, and we're gonna take that down. I always love the elevator sound in this part. Anyways, we're gonna throw a plasma or two right in the center of that group. If you don't get everybody, you can mop them up with plasma pistol. You can kill these jackals. I like throwing a grenade in there, just because we have grenades available. What did that grenade do? It looks like it did absolutely nothing, so we'll just throw another. I think the grenade is despawning when I go back in the door. That's weird. Didn't think that would happen. I'm throwing a couple of nades down here. This jackal, there it is. Here, I'll use a couple of frag grenades. If you want pistol ammo right now, you can kill him, but I don't like doing that.
You're not turning me into one of those things! I'll blow your brains out! Get away from me! Find your own hiding place! The monsters are everywhere! Play dead! That's what I did! Play dead into silence! Oh god, I can still hear them!
I'm grabbing an assault rifle here. Find it's helpful for the next part. After this cutscene, gonna run around. There's gonna be random doors of flood open. There'll be 3 of them, and after those, some real enemies will come out that door. These guys are really no threat as long as you're moving and aren't low shields, so just kind of pop them. You don't have to get everything. I like leaving a few left just so I don't get overwhelmed by another door, so typically I'll just unload a mag. I run around and wait for the next one to open. That ominous music starts playing. It signifies the last of those waves. This door's gonna open. Then when the music changes, you'll fire your assault rifle clip and then throw a nade. Looks like I didn't get all of them, so if some leak through, just back up. Use your AR or your pistol. Kind of train the zombies here. And fun fact, if you shoot their flood long arm off, they won't be able to do anything to you. So if you want to ensure a flood doesn't get off or get up, shoot off both their arms. I'm pretty sure that will indefinitely disable them for the most part, or infinitely disable them. Need some flood up here. Be careful not to let him hit you with his tendrils. And just kind of training the zombies here. Flood in this game is super basic. They don't really do a whole lot. I like skipping that fight because it's more of a theatrical one. I'm pretty sure we go to this room later, so we'll get those guys. But for now, we're gonna go through here. I coax the flood into jumping up here with us. Once you kill all those enemies up here, just go through this door. Yeah, I think this is the room I was talking about. They disable that bridge and more come up there, so I like kind of focusing on the flood and not really the Covenant. Just because the flood's gonna meet you at the door first. Okay, so it looks like I was wrong about the 2-arm thing. It looks like they still can get up, but I'm pretty sure for the most part, if if you shoot both their arms off, they usually won't get up. Now, this part can be a little frustrating because you're at a lower level here, and the Covenant have a pretty good height advantage on you with a lot of that plasma, so if you want, you can bait the Flood into fighting. That can be a little risky, so I'm just gonna slowly, patiently take out the enemies as they're here. If I can bait that pointing animation out of the jackals, that's ideal. But once you get yourself a little corner here, you can just get a plasma pistol and pop everything up. On lower difficulty, we would have gotten a shotgun right here, but we don't have that now, so we'll have to keep going with our trusty little assault rifle. There are going to be some Flood in here, so I just like taking that guy out. Taking out whoever's closest, using range. Looks like I got most of those guys. Go down this elevator. Flood music starts bumping. Now, at this point, we need to start taking the Flood more seriously because they have weapons. If you knock them down one time while they're already holding weapons, they won't pick them up again. But can still get up and charge you. Ideally, from this point forth, we want to target Flood that are actively shooting at us, because if you can take those out, then you'll be set in terms of your safety. So we're gonna go down here, grab a camo, and there's really not much you can do to save these Marines. I believe they will drop ammo for you though. So I kind of like just going here and scouting out where I can get a shotgun. It looks like neither of those guys had one, but this Flood actually does. So I'm just gonna shoot it off of his arm. Right around this room. If you want to clear these enemies out while you're above them, you can certainly do that. And if you're new to Halo, that's how I definitely want you to do it. But I have this camo here, so I was pretty confident in my ability to stay alive. And now I have a full shotgun. Its max is 60 in the chamber. I can't count that much in a super short time because I want to focus on the game, but it's what a full shotgun looks like right there on your screen. And this weapon in CE is awesome. This is how you're going to take out Flood a majority of the time. Let's say 95% of the time, 80% of the time. It's a really good gun. You can even kill elites rather efficiently with this gun, but we won't worry about that until later. flood, and there's like usually one flood in that hallway, so you want to take him out. Your backpack reload glitch is going to be very important henceforth, as the flood hordes will only get bigger. They'll get in tighter corners. They'll get in more open areas. Again, this mission really isn't too bad. It's just kind of I like to think of it as a flood tutorial, if you will. I'm just making sure there's no flood in here, because I like to throw in those doors every now and again in this mission. So I like just waiting here, picking out what I can at the door. Just gently peeking out. There's someone above me. Take him out. Yeah, that's what I was talking about. Okay, so once you get to this room, I like to do pretty much the same thing as the last one, just kind of fight around this door, look to see where your enemies are at. We'll have to crouch jump up here and up here and restock on ammo. I don't think there's any pistol ammo around here. Better to look around to see what was going on in this room before I just went in it. Ideally, I like to do what I can with these Covenant first before I activate the light bridge. You don't want to do that. Here I like chucking grenades once I get to this area. Usually frag grenades. So there's gonna be a lot of Covenant that start walking through here. I feel like there's more. Yeah, they're there. Just kind of be careful when you chuck them. Know where the grenades are out on the ground. Usually that fight is more intense. It was kind of lax there, but frag grenades are your best friend there.
This is Echo 419. Chief, is that you? I lost your signal when you disappeared inside the structure. What's going on down there? I'm tracking movement all over the place.
Thank God you're here.
Once you reconnect with humanity, you can just kind of walk out here, and you're gonna have a lot of Marines with you. That's good, but against the Flood, they are not particularly useful. So I do not rely on them to keep me alive, and if you do that, you're probably gonna get killed. So I recommend just trying to fight what Flood you can. Your Marines will die 99% of the time. That's because all they have to do is get touched by one of those little guys and they're done. And to me, it is not worth the effort to keep them alive. So once we run down this hallway right here, there's going to be a bunch of infection forms. And you can try to throw grenades if you want. The Marines are going to die. And you can't shoot the Flood off of them because they will not be able to, you know, withstand a bullet. So, as you can see, most of my Marines are dead. I think if you run past that area, you have a better chance of them surviving. Yeah, see, I couldn't shoot it off them, so once you get here, just kind of use the full auto on your pistol, backpack reload, use rocks for cover. I will say, when I first started playing Halo, this was a really hard part for me. I found it is easier the closer you fight to this sort of structure right here. Because once you make it to that, you'll get sentinels. You'll start hearing this humming. From this point on, I like making my way to the back of this sort of structure here.
Are you finished yet?
Heck, you can even get on this if you want. But you're just gonna have to fight here for a little bit. Sort of trigger the ending. Now, unlike your Marines, you actually do want to try to keep these Sentinels alive, as they are particularly helpful in killing the Covenant. Or, I'm sorry, the Flood. And once the cutscene arrives, you are done. As you can see, we got this done deathless, 315 kills. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and I will see you in the next one.